Hello and welcome back to another Roblox tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to add admin commands into your game. So admin commands is a system that you can insert into your game, and then using the chat you can execute commands. So you can use these commands to kick people from your game, to fly yourself, and to do many other cool features. So first of all, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to the link in the description. You should be able to find it, and it should take you to a page that looks similar to this. What you need to do is click on the green get button and then click get now. And the cool thing is this is actually completely free, so it won't cost you any Robux. And you can see now it says item owned. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Roblox Studio. I'm going to create a new base plate for testing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the model. To insert the model, you need to go to Toolbox. And then what you need to do is you need to go to My Models. It might show something like this that has the marketplace. Just click on this symbol that has 4 tables. And then click Inventory. Now you should see, it should say Basic Admin Essentials. If you can't find it, just say Basic Admin in the search bar, and it should come up. Then you can click on it, and this is what will appear inside your workspace. So to make Admin Essentials work to its best, put it inside Serve Script Service. So now you can see it is completely gone, you can't see it anymore, and it has moved over into this Server Script Service folder. What we're going to do now is we are going to configure it, and I'm going to show you some of the features that Basic Admin has. So once you're inside of Server Script Service, you can open up your Basic Admin Essentials model. Then you can see where it says Basic Admin Essentials 2.0. This is the script that you'll use to edit your settings. So just double click on that and you'll see this. Now, to set up, you can see that there are all of these different variables, or really a configuration file if you'd like to call it that. And this is where you'll be setting up your admin. This is where you'll spend most of your time. So I'm going to start off with what you can see here. You can see some tables, and you can see it's called super admins, admins, mods, and banned. If we want to set up a user manually, we can either do this from inside the Roblox game, which I'll show you how to do later, or you can do it from in here. So for this example, I'm just going to do it in here. And to do this, we're going to use our square brackets. Then we're going to put some quotation marks inside. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make an equal sign. Then we're going to make more speech marks. And then we're going to leave a comma. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Roblox. And I'm going to pick one of my friends that I want to make super admin. So I'm going to make my friend just 25 a admin, or a super admin, as you can see here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get his user ID. So you should see it says www.roblox.com/users, and then you'll see a number here. And what you do is double click on it and copy it. All you need to do is copy the number, so don't copy any other bit of the URL, otherwise it will not work. Then inside these square brackets, you want to paste in his user ID. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get his username. So you're probably all well aware of the display name feature, and this means that people can change their display name, which is different to their username. We want to get their username. And as you can see, your username is the word, number, string that is after the @ symbol. So it won't be this, it'll be the one where it says @ and then 25 scrolled. For example, for my name, if I were to go to my name, you can see that it'll say @ and then cookie_devx, which is my username. So I'm going to go back now and I'm going to copy his username. I'm going to Control-C to copy, and I'm going to paste it inside these speech marks. So that is how you'd set up your super admin from your studio. Once again, you can do this inside your actual Roblox game, but for now, I'll show you that later. We've gone over that. I'm going to show you how to set up your own Roblox group. You don't want to add them manually because, for example, if you had a big 1,000 member group, you don't want to add all your people manually because you might forget to do some people, you might have too many people, and it will just become hard and confusing. We can actually use basic admin to connect to your group in a way and only let people with a certain rank in your group execute commands. Since there are different permissions, so super admins will get higher permissions. So for example, admins will be allowed to kick, but mods won't be. That is just a small example. So what we're going to do is to configure a rank, you need to go back to Roblox and you need to get your group ID. For this, I'm just going to use the Cookie Tech group. So you can see once again our group ID is after group slash, and it's right in between these two slashes. Then copy them, go back to your Roblox studio and paste in your group ID here. Okay, so now that we've actually put your group ID in, we want the people inside your group with the right rank to have the right level of admin. You're going to choose which group rank can have which permission. So you can see we have our admin levels. Admin level 0 can do nothing. Admin level 1 is a mod. Admin level 2 is an admin. And admin level 3 is super admin. So I'm going to make this role a mod. So I'm going to make that admin level 1. And I'm going to go over to my roles. And you should see I have a role called moderator. Now you see this rank ID here, it says rank 0 to 255. Just copy that number and we'll go back to group rank and we'll paste in the number here. And you can see now that anyone in our group that is a moderator or higher will get this admin level of moderator. So if you're a moderator in my group, the admin will give you moderator permissions. But for example, we want to add another rank. We'll just copy this table, including all the squiggly brackets, bring it down one, like so, and paste it in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my admin role, which is a rank 3. I'm going to put my group rank to 3, and I'm going to make my admin level 2. This means that if you're an admin, you'll get the admin sperm inside my admin. And that is pretty much how you can set up a group. Now, you should see after that command configuration. You can use this to make commands have custom permissions. So, for example, we want only the role super admin to use the fly command. So I'm going to make sure you have to be this admin level 3, because we can see admin level 1, admin level 2, admin level 3, and we're going to make the super admins only be allowed to fly and unfly. So now only super admins can fly and unfly. And if I wanted to add another rank, I want to say only admins can use kick. So our command's going to be kick. And we're going to say that you have to be a admin or above to be able to use the kick command. Because an admin is the admin level of 2. And mods are 1. Only admin levels that are 2 or bigger can execute this command. So yeah, it does sound a little complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it'll make quite a lot of sense. Now, here's just some fun configuration we can do. So you can see we have all of this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to set up a prefix. So, how the prefixes work, I'm just going to remove this tag here, is at the moment our prefix is a colon. Now, that means if we go and put over the colon symbol, it's basically going to be, that's the symbol we're going to use before we do any commands. So, for example, if I wanted to ban someone, I'll say ban and then their username. if I wanted to kick someone, I'd use that same colon, kick, and then their username. But if I type just kick without that prefix, it wouldn't work. So I'm going to set our prefix to a semicolon because I quite like that, because I don't need to hold shift. And that means that every time someone needs to do a command, they need to put that semicolon before it. Now, you should see we have these 2 kick reasons. Whenever you kick someone, you can put a reason. And for example, if I were to kick me, I can put the reason for I don't like cookie much. And that means they'll get kicked and they'll see the message, I don't like cookie much. So you can save this. If no one puts a reason, this will be the reason that is displayed to people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you have been kicked from this cookie tech game. And I'm pretty sure it also shows it to you if they do give a reason, but I'm not quite sure on that. And then I'm going to say, this is your ban reason, so it's the same, but banning is more permanent, and I'm just going to say you have been banned from this cookie tech game. Now, there's a command inside basic admin which lets you shut down servers. So you can say shut down and it'll kick everyone in the server. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to say this cookie tech game is shutting down. And if you want to put a new line, you can actually say /n and this will drop a new line. So for example, let's go into here and let's add just a little comment. If I were to do something that says something like this, hello, then / and I am cool, it would display as hello, then a line and I am cool. But if I were to just say hello, I'm cool, it would go as hello, I am cool with no line drop. So that's a pretty useful feature. And then I'm just going to say try joining a different server. Now, the server message. So when someone says something like with our prefix hello, it will show it as a server message. What we could say is instead of the title being server message, we could say cookie tech server message. And then that would change the title of the server message, because there's the title and then the text that people want to put in. Now, with basic admin, you can also lock servers. So when the server is locked, people that don't have admin can't join the game. So if I were to say slock inside of our game, it would say this server is locked, and then people can't join unless they had admin. But if I say unslock, people can join, no reason. Slock is set to off by default, so you don't need to worry. And the server lock reason will be the message there shown when the server is locked. So you can say the server is currently locked. You don't have permission to join. Try again later. And I'm actually going to use our multi-line feature here. And I'm going to say \n. And then it will make a new line and I'll go try again later. Now, we're not going to be setting up Trello because that is quite complicated. But here you can see some more settings. I would recommend keeping them to true. Now, our system color, we can change this. I recommend it to keep it to default. For example, I could set it by clicking on this color wheel and setting our color to bright pink. But I want to keep it at this dark color. You can see it previews the color with that square next to it. Our tools location is, for example, we can give people tools from the server storage. I would recommend keeping that to game.serverstorage. And command confirmation, we should keep at false, because that checks if they want to do it. If you want to turn it on, it will basically just ask, like, are you sure you want to ban this person? And now our data store key, we can keep this to default. So now I'm going to actually be showing you what this is like inside of Roblox. Just a quick side note I want to add. You do not need yourself, or you do not need to add yourself to this configuration. You will be getting owner admin by default because basic admin already manages that all for you. So you do not need to add yourself to any of these configuration tables because you'll automatically have owner admin. Okay, so you can now see I am inside of my Roblox game, and you can actually see that we have these 2 little notifications that came up. Donor perks is something different because I have donor perks for basic admin, but we're just going to X that. But you should see we get creator admin, which is basically owner admin. And if we click here, you can see we have all our commands, and there's a lot of commands. Now, if I accidentally X that away, I can see the commands by putting our semicolon that we set up for our prefix, and we can put CMDs. Now, I'm going to show you what happens if you do not put your prefix there. Nothing will come up. So you always put our prefix that we set up, and it'll show. Now, if we can't find something, we can press this and symbol, and we can search for things like kick, ban, and all of that stuff. And we can refresh to refresh our commands panel. And you can see we have all of these commands. So I'm going to show you how some of these work. For example, if I use our server message, remember how we set up a title for that? We can say, hello, I am speaking for the server right now. And you can see it comes up and it uses a custom title, cookie text server message, and that will go away with that little timer. Or you can click on it and it'll go away. Now, I'm sure you all want to know how you can make your friends admin from inside the game. So you should see, if I type in mod, you can see it comes up with this. And if I hover my mouse over it, you see I can users, and that is basically the parameter I need to add when I'm firing with the command. So if I admin, it will also show users. I'm pretty sure it's called super admin. I can super admin people too. I can also see as admin by putting our semicolon and then admins. And there you can see that's my friend that I added by default in our configuration file. So that's also pretty cool. If I wanted to mod one of my friends, they must be in the game. So if my friend, for example, completely Panini was in the game, I would mod him with this command. But there is a way so that you don't need to type in the whole username. You can do the first few letters of the person. So for example, if you wanted to do cookie devx, since there's only one person in the game and their name begins with capital C cookie, I could actually do something like this. But if there was someone else with cookie and a capital C, so if someone else had a name like this, but then had a different ending like this, and I said respawn cookie, it would actually do the actions on both of them. Or it might not even work at all, depending on the command. So that's quite important, just so it can save you having to write out people's names. And an annoying thing is now that display names will show on the leaderboard. So if you don't have a username title system, then you'll need to click on them in the leaderboard and you'll need to look at the @ underneath showing their username. Yeah, that's slightly annoying. Maybe one day I could write a basic admin add-on or something that will allow you to use display names instead of usernames. I'm sure that's quite possible and not actually that difficult to do. So I may be making something for that. Now you pretty much know how to use most of basic admin. So you can jump power people. So I'm just going to show you some other things. Basic admin also has some of the useful features. So instead of saying your name, you could actually say me. And I'm just going to enter in our value. I'm not sure. I need to put the users and then a number. And I'm going to say 500. And now if I jump, that did not work. Why did that not work? Okay. Hold on. Okay, I am surely doing something wrong, but I have no idea what I did there. I'm sure one of you smart fellas can say what went wrong there in the comments. There's also a command that you can PM people. So if I were to PM Cookie hello, you can see it's a personal message, and if you were to do this to someone, anyone, even if they don't have admin, can respond. Now if I respond, I'll get the message back, and then you can keep on talking to them using private messages, which won't show in the chats. Now you can also see, using this useful commands, chat logs. You can see all the chat logs that have been put up, and if I were to say a new message, you can see it doesn't update, but if I press the R to refresh, you can see it updates. Also, if you don't want to use your commands in your chat bar, you can press the apostrophe command. It's the one that looks like this, and you can see it'll come up with this, and you can use your commands here too. So I could say here's hello, I am the server, and it'll work. So that is a pretty cool feature. And also, if you want to check up with what your admins are doing, you can go to logs and I'll show you all the admin logs. Keep in mind this will only work inside the server. So if the server is shut down, the logs are also deleted. So that's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So that is pretty much most of how basic admin works. If you have any questions or anything, you can always ask in our forums that will be linked down below. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Hopefully you found out something new, and thanks for tuning in. That is all from me, and have a good night.